Hello and welcome to Casting Roles, a persistent D&D campaign played by a bunch of theater nerds. Thank you for joining us. If you're enjoying the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. If you want to reach out to us, you can find us on social media. We're on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook at Casting Roles ILM. And you can go to our website for a one-stop shop for all of our information, castrolls.com. We stream here on Twitch on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and our videos are uploaded on Friday of the same week. And this is episode 30, so this is a big one for us. So with no other announcements, we'll go ahead and start the show. Sully. All right, so ticket takers. After some travels through the city of Hightower, Saurus led you all to his home of the Rift, a subterranean city in a large chasm underneath the city of Hightower, where the poor and destitute of the society live. There you met the leader of Vox Populi, the Maven, Daisy Cordray, and you had some terse words in exchange with her, but still managed to maintain the alliance that you had kind of set up with them. You were joined by one of the Vox Populi members, Jury, who's traveling with you on this journey, and Saurus has decided to lead you to the laboratory where he was created. And after some travels through some caves, running into some difficult some beasts and sweet talking your way around a basilisk somehow. I'll just finish the introduction. And so you came across a cavern where there seemed to be a bunch of dwarven miners, probably ones responsible for the digging out of the burrow, the underground trolley system there, and you found them dead, and were attacked by a gelatinous cube. Thanks to some very strong work on the part of Marlowe holding them in place, nobody was swallowed by the cube, and you managed to defeat it. While Abel kind of went off ahead, discovered another dead body, some dynamite traps set by this this dead dwarf, and while he was inspecting the body, another creature began to appear. So let me pull up the map really quick so you guys can see where you're at. All right, so we have everybody here. We've got the main crew kind of back where the cube was in this room here. And then Abel had gone ahead. And Abel, as you were investigating this dwarven figure, a large yellowish colored oozy jelly rose up and consumed the body in front of you as you backed away a little bit. So if I get everybody to roll initiative.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Here we go.
Horrific.
Where did my notepad go?
Oh,
There's my
Yeah.
I'm connected to it now.
You are one with the glitter now?
I am
Yeah, I'm connected to the D&D Beyond thing now.
Oh!
For the Roll20 account.
Yes. So you're there
Awesome.
So
now.
you should be able to see my rolls now too.
Yes.
Yay!
Sweet.
That's
All right.
Did we roll 20? Like roll 20 and D&D Beyond are connected?
No.
Yeah, Josh made a campaign in that.
And D&D
I connected
Beyond,
to
yeah.
it.
So you guys
you
can see
should
what
be
each
able
other
to see what I
roll.
roll now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought you said like you were using roll 20 and it was showing in D&D. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
All right. So so 25 to 20. Anybody up there? All right. 19 to 15.
I got 15.
15. So jury.
Oof, gang.
Yeah, well,
Oh no, the bard rolled the best.
All
wisdom
right.
is not your high stat, is it?
No. All right. Anybody else in that range? Oh no. What'd you get, Kaimana?
13?
13, Kaimana. All right. All right. Anybody? 14 to 10.
11.
Whoa.
Oh, boy.
More. 11. 10. And what did you get, Abel?
9.
9. And Saurus?
I rolled a 3, so I got a 9.
Okay, so Saurus and then Abel
Dex is way
pulling
higher.
up the rear. All right, so currently the only person who knows what's going on here is Abel. So when we get to your turns, we will know what was going on there. But the jelly goes first. The jelly rolled pretty high on its
Bye, Abel.
thing, so it's going
This
to.
is fun.
Let's see. Move forward. It doesn't have a lot of movement speed, but it can get up to you. So it's going to come up in your direction, Abel, and it's going to make an attack with its pseudopod. So you feel, or you see this it's like this boiling mass of yellowish jelly-like substance kind of moving your direction, and then suddenly this whip slams out from its body in your direction, and that's low roll. That's only a 13 to hit.
Oh no, that misses.
That misses. So you instinctively bring your shield up, and it slams against your shield, and you are there, and you can back away a little bit. All right, cool. So that's the
With my
jelly.
armor class, I don't have a lot of chances to say that misses. So
Yeah.
that had to be a crappy roll.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And then it is that's there. So there you go. So that's the end of Jelly's turn. Jury, you're up, but still probably don't have eyes on it. But
Yeah. I feel like I'm just walking over to Kane or Abel to see how. My bad. Able to see how he's doing.
all right, so you're gonna walk over this direction to see,
Yeah.
and you finally get a eyes on Abel, and you see him standing very defensively with his shield up. You can't quite see what is harassing him, but he looks like he's potentially in some kind of danger.
I think
What's
I did
wrong?
yell out last time. So.
Okay, so you might have heard the yell out, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm coming to help if I can.
What's your
But
full
you kinda-
movement speed?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so you can get to there. And yeah, so that will actually open up your vision to where you can see the jelly, kind of this large creature there on the other side of Abel.
No. Well, I think that's all I can do. I give you inspiration. There you
Okay.
go, buddy. All right, go hit it now.
All right, you got this, buddy. You got this. All right, so Abel, it's a D8 inspiration dice, right? At your level.
Yeah.
All right, so Abel, you can take your D8 inspiration dice. You can use on attack or saving throws. Good. All right, then Kaimana.
I've got 35 feet of movement, so
Okay.
if you want to move me as close as I can get.
25, 30, 35. You can get here. You can see Abel. Can't see the creature. It's kind of off the around the bend.
Okay. Does Abel look hurt?
No, he doesn't look like he's. I don't think so, Abel. You didn't take any damage in the last fight.
No.
Yep.
Okay. I will cast Shillelagh on my stick.
All right, so you got Shillelagh pulled up, ready to go. All right, which takes us to. Oh, go ahead.
Is there only enough room for one person in that passageway?
So now, an enemy wouldn't be able to move through, but you guys can move through each other's spaces. You just couldn't inhabit the same space.
Is Kaimana small?
Kaimana is small, yeah.
Okay, so he could pass through people without a.
Movement.
Yeah.
Well, and your allies wouldn't slow you down at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move again in
Oh.
that case.
Okay.
And can I get into a place where I can give Abel flanking?
You couldn't get around to the backside, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could get to the side, but you couldn't get all the way around to the back.
All right. Well, maybe I can distract it. I'll get around to the side.
Okay, you get over here. All right, cool. So you're there, ready to go. All right, Marlo.
Oh boy. How close can I get?
35 feet of movement.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
you
Josh, do I recognize what this is?
go ahead and roll a nature check.
Okay.
You can get into this corner right here, Mar.
Yeah. Can I hit it?
Yeah, go ahead and make two. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
Wait, hang on. 13, Josh.
13. So you I'm trying to. Let me see what it's. Let me check the monster thing really quick just to see, because where you're from. Yeah, you would recognize this. So this is an ochre jelly. So it's known for, it's a acidic creature that kind of typically lives in caverns or cave systems and is known for dissolving its prey.
Do I know, like,
Milo, why that face?
do I know what it might be weak against, or
You would know that it's resistant to any kind of acid damage. As far as like resistance, or as far as like vulnerabilities, you don't think it has any.
Okay,
Yeah.
kill it.
All right, Mara, what was that?
I got a 12, a 13, and a 12 on all of my attacks.
Oh gosh, a 12. Well, so they all hit.
Great. I rolled a 6, a 5, and a 6.
Okay, so the first one with the rapier of wounding.
Yeah.
You still have lightning up, right?
Does wounding work if it doesn't have blood?
Yeah, the wounding is coming from the rapier.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one still has lightning, right?
Yes.
All right, good.
The lightning lasts like all day or something stupid overpowered.
All right.
Okay. I rolled a 1 on the die.
Okay.
So that is 6 points of damage.
6 points, and how much of it's lightning?
Oh, I didn't add the lightning. 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay, so the 6 point you stab out. Is it rapiers are piercing, right? You stab out and stab into it, and it's like stabbing through like Jello. It's like this weird substance, and it quivers from the attack, but then the lightning disperses through it, and you see it like where the lightning hits and where your rapier is pierced. You suddenly see the creature like split, and
Oh no!
Look, that's not fun.
and so now there's 2 little jellies, about half the size of the original jelly, but now there's 2 jellies there. The lightning caused it to split. So hold on. Yes. All right, but it took 6 points of damage. So okay, so good. All right, and then what damage on the second strike?
Then 8 points of damage on the second.
Okay, 8 points.
And 10 on the third.
Is the third one with the rapier of wounding again?
Is that how it works?
Well, so you can choose because you get 3 attacks. So
yeah. So for the bonus, do I get to choose if it's the lightning or the?
it would be up to you.
Then I'm gonna go not lightning, not rapier. Okay.
Smart. Okay, so and then how much damage was on the last one?
That was 10.
10 points. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, so after it splits, you kind of set the rapier of wounding not to the side, but then you make 2 attacks quickly with the other rapier and carve into it, and it's quivering there, but you've now got 2 in front of you. So good. So Saurus.
What a terrible turn! Wow, I'm so sorry, everybody.
I mean, you did a lot of damage to it.
I guess.
Yep.
I have 45 movement, and I've got the 10 frame, so
Okay.
I should be able to get flanking on the jelly with Kaimana.
5, 10, 22. Yes, you can. Yep.
Can I get on the other side of it so that someone else can fit in this space?
That was the full 45. Now,
Okay.
but they can pass through, like, there's a path through where Kaimana and Mar are, so if anybody else wants to get over there, they could.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to hit it.
All right.
Punching a jelly may not be a good idea, but it's luck versus trauma, so first one is a 27.
27 hits.
Does a total of 6 damage.
Okay, 6
Bludgeoning.
points. All right.
I need to roll with advantage too.
Yes, you do have advantage.
Second attack, 16,
That hits.
and that is 9 damage.
9 points. Okay.
And then bonus attack, that is a 23,
Yeah, definitely hits.
and that too is 9 damage.
Nice. So you connect, and you can feel like every time you hit it, like it's punching this like soft substance, and you can feel it quivering with each hit, and almost with the last hit, you're feeling like it's on the verge of just like losing all shape and form. So good round on that one. Good, which takes us to Abel.
Yep. So I had my flamethrower out. Now, if I remember correctly, we were surrounded by dynamite. So
Yes.
I'm not
no.
using my
That's a great idea. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh, and just as a reference, Abel, for you, the dynamite stuff was, the tripwire was here, and then there was a couple pockets of dynamite around that as well.
Okay. Did I disarm that or just?
You didn't have time. You were investigating
okay.
before that happened. Yeah.
I can remember. Okay. So I want to start off by. If I do a ranged attack, is this going to be at disadvantage?
No, it is more than 5 feet away from you.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try to hit it with...
Fireball!
I don't even have that one prepared.
One of them has absorbed a dynamite stick, so...
Okay, cool. Now this is not...
Do it. I'll take the hit. It's fine.
You
I
say
won't.
it every time. She had
Because I'm
5
stunning
hit.
you.
Just kill it.
It's fine, I'm okay. I only have 5 hit points, it's fine.
I'm going to hit it with a chill touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to move into range and hit it with a chill touch, okay?
Well, chill touch is not a touch spell. It's
Oh,
actually-
right, that one's at range. Okay, good, yeah. So,
Yeah, it is.
okay, go ahead, and it's a attack roll?
What do they call it?
Yes.
I know, it's
It's
a
a hand
really
that's
weird
pushed.
choice.
Oh god, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't hit
Still
it
hand.
with that.
You might be surprised. What was your roll?
I rolled a 5.
A 5 total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that does miss. So
Wow.
trying to get the attack through, like with Mar there swinging and Saurus, you just feel like you're about to cast the spell and you release it, but then you cancel it in the air because you're afraid you're going to hit Mar. So it doesn't make contact.
Everything else is an action.
Yeah.
My only bonus action stuff is my ballista stuff.
Yeah, which you could totally do it. There's just 3 of your friends there,
No.
And a stick of
and,
dynamite.
and a couple sticks of dynamite. Yep.
Can I say that I use my bonus action to point out the tripwire to everybody?
Yeah, that's calling out something is a free action.
Action.
Okay, so I'm just gonna call out and say, kind of point,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a tripwire for the dynamite just there.
All
So
right.
everyone will see it.
Good.
Dynamite?
Dynamite.
There's
Yep.
dynamite?
There's dynamite. So I'll let you know, no fire attacks. And
All right. So
Source, your home sucks.
and I think I'm just gonna hold where
you're gonna stay where you are.
I am.
All right. So we're back up at the top of the initiative count. Jury, as you're there, you kind of you're there inspiring people. You're ready to go, and you notice there's a crack kind of in the wall above you, and you see another orange thing dripping out of it, and it falls down behind you there. So another jelly enters the field, and we've got 3 now. So the one that just dropped, Jury's going to make a pseudopod attack against you, and that is a 16 to hit.
That hit.
That hits. Okay, that is
But it hits.
rude. All right.
You didn't disrespect.
So that was a lot of damage. That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I rolled 2 5s on that, and then plus 1 point of acid damage as this pseudopod whips out at you, and you try to block it, but it hits your arm, and you can feel it burning into your arm and the colorful cloth of your clothing there. We've got one that's going to make an attack against you, Saurus.
Okay.
That is 22 to hit.
Yep.
Yep. And then I rolled really low on the damage dice there, so that's only 4 points of damage, plus 5 points of acid damage. So the pseudopod strikes out, and you kind of feint it to the side, but as you're pushing it to the side with your hand, it strips across you like a jellyfish stinger and just leaves that burning sensation on your arm. And then one against you, Marlowe. Whoa, that was 2 really high rolls in a row. That's a 23 to hit.
She sure does.
8 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point of acid damage, again, as it whips out at you, feebly trying to survive there. All right, and then they're too dumb to know.
I will call out to Kaimana. I'm her.
Okay.
You
Beth.
can also call to me. I can also help you.
Yep.
with this.
So you
He
guys.
doesn't trust you yet. Like Kaimana.
Yep.
Her.
You hear Soros call out.
I don't know if Sheridan can help me.
Yeah.
That's not
That's
a
true.
You haven't seen the actions yet. That's true. All right, but that ends the jelly's turn. So, Jury, there you are. You've got this jelly now in your face.
I hate it. It's that I hate it. So I saw Mar hit the other one with a rapier and it split.
Yes.
Right.
Hmm.
All I have is a rapier. Fuck.
It was with my lightning.
Go ahead and make a perception check, Jury.
Okay.
So maybe the elemental damage is what did it, or
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Could be both.
yeah, could be
When I
both.
hit it with
I got a
the
7.
rapier again, it
Okay, so 7. Yeah. So as far as you know, she stabbed into it and then it split in half. Mhm.
Yeah, she stabbed it 3 times though. Oh,
And it only split once. So
That's a
you
good
don't.
point.
You're not sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Poke that bitch, just poke.
Well, I want to be able to heal if I need to heal too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can do healing word as a bonus action.
Yep.
So I will do. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
I got a 15.
That hits. Roll damage.
This is my rapier, and I rolled a 1. Great. So I did 2 whole fucking damage.
2 points of
Great.
damage.
Your bard can't
This
fight.
round
It-
is a
look,
lot of low rolls.
It all
I
adds
didn't mean to hit
up
that.
in the end. Yep.
And
all
then
right.
if I can move away from this in some way.
You know, like it will get an attack of opportunity if you back up from it.
Okay, I'm staying in threat range.
Okay.
And
Can you get on the other side?
I'll bonus action a healing word to
Just.
the mouse man.
All right. Go ahead and roll your D4 plus your spell attack bonus.
Mouse man.
The
Oh
rat.
my god, wait, we're in Source's home. We're in the House of Mouse.
I rolled a 10.
All right. So Soros, you get back 10 hit
Oh.
points there. The House of
Nice.
Mouse.
Alright.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I'm really proud. I'm
should
sure
be.
you can see in the VOD the exact moment I come up with that joke and I get really excited.
One of my favorite moments of all time in this was watching you, while you're speaking, figure out that we can maybe heist the airship.
Yep.
You can see her putting it all together. Like, wait a minute.
It's like your character figured it out before you did.
I accidentally rolled healing word at 2nd level, so that's what it was. There.
Okay. So you got 10 points of healing there, Soros. And then, all right. So that takes us to Kaimana.
Yeah.
I see the healing happen.
Yeah. Yeah. You see this
So
energy.
Jury takes their thingamadoo and does the beep 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 and seems.
Yeah,
how it works.
you hear this harp sound course down the hallway, and this energy kind of lights into Soros, and you see the wounds heal up a little bit on his arm.
Sounds nice.
Sweet. So I will. Who else looks hurt to me? I can see from here.
I'm
Did Marlo take some hits last time?
Literally only me, probably.
I took some damage, yeah.
yeah.
I'm at 22 out of 38, so I'm probably the most hurt.
Yeah.
ever.
You
I'm
can,
at
You should kill things.
yeah, you can
Okay.
see Jury and the people look a little damaged, but not totally worse for the wear.
I'm healed so you could hit things.
Yeah.
And
I got
the,
another round before I'm doing bad.
and every creature has at least one of us within 5 feet of it.
Except for Abel, yeah.
Okay.
But you've got flanking with me on the one.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
I'm gonna beat the one that I'm looking at.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack with your shillelagh.
Yeah.
I should have prepared absorb elements.
I always have that ready, man.
Action.
I should.
It's
Action.
I'm usually not a melee, guy. That's why.
See that.
16 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right.
Do you have advantage?
Super
for-
low AC. Yeah, you have advantage. Just if you want to
So
see if
roll
it's
to
a
see if you
critical.
crit.
Yeah.
Definitely
Oh,
not.
no crit.
Okay. It probably
but
still
so
hits.
close.
Yeah. Okay, so what does Shillelagh give me?
A D8.
Yeah. An extra D8.
No, it's just instead of a D6 for your staff, you roll with a D8 on your staff.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Five.
they hate us.
Oh, good. So you whack into it and you just like cream it into the floor and it
Nice.
disperses away. Good.
Yay.
That's it.
I
Woo,
did it.
We got this.
All right, Kaimana, anything else? You want to move or?
Get next to the next one.
All right, so you shift up here, conscious of the tripwire behind you, so you don't set it off. All right, good. Marlo, you just saw Kaimana slash that one into the ground.
Is that ooze the one that took wounding damage?
Technically, it was the big ooze.
Okay, so it's not wounded. It's fine.
Well, actually, with that, keep that in mind. Go ahead and roll the wounding damage, because I'll say that when it's split, like that carried to both of them.
One
One point. Okay,
of
good.
wounding
Yeah.
damage.
Good. Well, because that one hadn't been injured yet, so that's good.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. All right, good.
Great.
right.
Can I don't know, because I don't want to hit it with the lightning again. So is that like I only get 2 attacks, or?
Yeah. So because you have extra attacks, so you could attack twice. You just wouldn't get the bonus action attack because you're technically not using the
Okay.
offhand weapon. Yep.
Yeah, then that's what I will do.
All right. Go ahead and make your 2 attacks with your regular rapier.
Holy shit! If you don't stop rolling 6s on me,
It still hits.
No.
Okay. And then the second one, yeah, better.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is, that is 12 points of damage,
Ooh, nice. Okay.
and 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right, cool. So you rip into it and consciously keep your lightning away from it. And with each of your stabs, you can see it's like quivering mass kind of trying to shift out of the way from the stabs, but you're still doing a lot of damage to it. And it is looking pretty rough.
Okay.
All right, good. Anything else, Mar?
No, that's all I got.
All right, good. So then Saurus.
I hit it
Okay, go ahead and roll your 2 attacks.
with advantage.
Yes, Kaimana is giving you advantage.
Okay, that's a hit.
Yep.
That is 10.
All right, 10 points of damage. All right, good.
Second attack. 15.
That hits. Yep.
That is 6 points of damage.
You just punched it into oblivion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I've got goo on me.
Yeah, like the little blast
Yeah.
back. Thankfully, like you shake it off before it can do any
Those
damage to you.
Ghostbusters.
But yeah.
Yeah, Jury's like, some assistance now that you're done with those?
Okay, I will use my full movement to get on the other side of the ooze and give Jury flanking.
Okay. Yeah, because with your small frame, you can do that. There you
And
go.
I'm going to use my bonus attack,
Oh, nice.
and that is a 21
Yeah, that hits.
That hits.
for another 6 damage.
All right, 6 points of damage. I literally set down a pen and have lost it now. All right, good. You said 6 points?
Yes.
All right, good. All right. Abel.
Okay. Oh, you guys are in a really weird position.
Very true, very true.
Don't use the flamethrower. We don't need it.
This one has not. This one didn't absorb dynamite. So.
Yeah, there's no
Don't
dynamite.
use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna turn around and head towards the big guy.
Okay.
Can I get? There's nowhere I can get to where my partners are not gonna have to make a saving throw on this.
No.
Is there a way that I can angle? Can?
Chill touch again.
Can I?
I mean, you could Eldritch Blast it from there without any danger.
Yeah, I can. That's true. I'm just really attached to this flamethrower, is all.
Well, it's still up for a little while.
Yeah, I'll just Eldritch Blast it.
All right, go ahead and make your 2 Eldritch Blast attacks against it.
Okay. Pray for me. Ain't nothing wrong. I just suck at attack rolls, is all.
Please hit.
Alright.
I'll
Alright,
be
first one's a
right.
17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Nice.
Okay.
And the second one is not gonna hit. It's a natural 1.
No, well,
Total of 5.
yeah, no, natural one's automatically miss, but the other one would still hit. So you go ahead and roll your damage on your first one.
Jeez Louise. All right, that's 6 damage.
6 points of damage. Nice. You hold out and the eldritch energy blasts out of your casting tool, and it slams into it and like sends shockwaves through the whole creature with the force damage. Good.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to move or get it out of the way there, Abel?
I just hold position, man.
All right. So you're
I
there.
really want to use that flamethrower.
Holding position. All right, good. Which does take us up to the jelly. It's still going to be focused on you there, Jury, just because you're
Can you hold a bonus action? That's not a thing, right?
No, because you already used action in your round, so you can't hold that. Yep.
Okay, never mind.
All right, so Jury, it's going to make an attack against you. That's not going to hit, though, I don't think. That's only a 14.
Jury is frozen.
All right, so Jury, does a 14 doesn't hit you, right?
I think it does. I have really low AC.
Oh, no.
Because I think, I feel like I should be wearing armor of some kind, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it'd make my armor class go up that much more. Let me make sure it's on here.
On D&D Beyond, if you don't have it equipped,
You have to equip it.
you have to actually go into your equipment and make sure you've equipped your armor.
Because I would just need probably like leather armor, I'm assuming. Oh, I have to click it.
Yeah,
There we go.
if you click the equip.
Okay, but that only puts me at a 12, so.
Oh, what?
Hard.
Sure.
I need to look at that. All right, so 12.
Your dexterity.
Are you sure?
I don't have good dexterity.
Oh,
either.
that's why.
Look,
Yeah.
I have only charisma. I'm a bard.
Yeah. Well, and
I'm a fucking bard.
it's perfectly okay because I rolled literally 2 1s and for the bludgeoning damage, so that's a total of 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and then I rolled a 2 on the acid damage.
Nice. That's
So
three.
super low. Yeah, so 3 points of damage there.
Yeah, I
Or-
only have
yeah.
+1 dex.
All right, but that's the jelly, which does bring us to you, Jury.
All right. I'm gonna hit it again.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
With my rapier, I get a 13.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes. And then that time I got 8 damage.
8 damage, nice.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
Like it tries to attack you and you lash back out and slam into it for 8 damage. Nice, good job. Your rapier goes hilt deep and you're like, no, don't just the acid. You pull it back
It's
really
a
quick.
little too hard to pull back out.
Yep.
I don't like it.
All
Makes
right.
that sucking sound like.
Yep. And there you are, Jury. Do you want to move or do anything? Stay where you are.
I can't really move.
It will get
Right.
an attack on you if
Yeah.
you do, but yeah.
I'm good.
All right. Good. Kaimana.
I'm gonna run back down the hallway and smack this one.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. You can get right to it there. And
Whack.
you have advantage on the attack.
Alright.
I want to help,
Oh wait, yeah. That's it.
Oh, found the pin.
so roll to see if you get it.
Yeah.
Found the pin.
Okay. You got 25.
I was-
That hits.
Yeah, that hits. Its AC is 8, by the way. So
Oh dear.
8
8.
damage.
8 damage. Nice. All right.
Magic.
Yeah, it's magic damage, so that's good. All right. Very nice. Come on in. Do you want to stay where you are?
Yeah, and I will actually use a bonus action to hit Jury with healing word.
All right, cool. You can go ahead and roll that and let them know what they got there. And then we got Marlo. 7
That's actually
points.
great. Thank you.
All right, Mar.
All right.
A little
Give me-
difficult because you can't get to the
Yeah.
creature. But you do have a trusty crossbow if you want to try to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's use the crossbow that I use all the time.
Like, I think this is the second time the entire
It
campaign.
is the second time.
Ow. 20. I switched out the d20s.
Yep, that hits.
All right. That is 9.
9 points of
Is
damage.
that right?
How do you,
Yeah, okay.
how do you want to do this, Mar?
Who's all in front of me right now?
So currently it's
Yep.
literally everybody except for Saurus.
Okay, so what I wanted to do is the arrow goes perfectly like between all of them, so they all like
Yes.
you're
Thread
like
the
push
needle.
past them, and then it just
I
Just
love it.
lands in the ooze, I guess. Very anticlimactically.
Very nice.
I just picture it like hitting and then slowly sinking.
Yeah,
in.
then slowly sinks in and the ooze just kind of like goes
Oh,
It
deflates.
displays.
spreads out.
Oh, yeah, you let the air out. You just hear the
Yeah.
No.
as it goes away. All right. So you guys you cleared out the oozes and quickly kind of with Saurus's natural perception, with Mars' natural perception, you kind of sitting and looking around and you realize like you feel like you're in a safe situation at the moment.
I am gonna go pick up that stick of dynamite that was inside one of the oozes.
All right. So you go back over to where the dynamite was.
Yeah. Can I pick it up without Abel seeing me grab it?
Make a stealth check to see if you can beat his perception.
All right. $13.
13. What's your passive perception, Abel?
Passive perception is a 13.
Abel, you see Kaimana like go into stealth mode, and he starts making his way over to where the ooze was, and he's pawing through the remnants of the ooze, and you see him pick up the stick of dynamite and stick it in his bag. Totally thinks you did not see it.
I just assume he likes shiny things, so just.
All right, so Kaimana, you have one stick of dynamite.
Oh,
This could not.
Hell
this
yeah.
Could not go wrong.
Yeah. Best party member to have this.
Yes.
oh yeah.
100%.
This is not going to come back to haunt us at all.
No. At that moment, Saurus, you hear like a rumbling sound, which Abel also you hear it as well, just because you heard it before this all happened. It feels like something like shifting or moving in the ground around you all somewhere.
Okay, I think we should get on the move.
I would love to not be here anymore.
Yes. So now that we've seen the trap,
Do we want to disable it or just
I don't know if
step
I want
over
to disable it because if something comes behind us, I kind of want to leave it in case something.
So it blows the passageway up our only way out of here.
Is there no way out of the lab?
This is the only way I know of.
Oh.
I mean, you assume that there may be other cavern systems, but there's no way to know.
What skill is it to disable a trap?
I mean, I can have a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
And
Did I not already disable
I'd
it?
be okay at
You didn't
trying
have
it.
it. You didn't. You were about to when the ooze came out.
I will say this. If my dexterity had to be rated, it is a +1.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I
If
can
anyone else-
try and you want to help me.
Yeah, you could do
And
that.
talk me
oh,
through
if
it.
I'm using my Tinker's tools, I have proficiency, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go stand over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand with you.
You all, everyone, as this
Marlo?
conversation is happening, you all back away.
You should
Marlo's
probably.
gonna help, or I'm gonna help Marlo or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll inspire you.
Oh, yeah,
Or
do
does
have
that
an
not
inspiration.
count? If it won't count with the help, does it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it just adds a d8.
Yeah, I mean, you can still use the for any skill
Let's have the
checks.
inspiration, yeah.
Oh, you still have your
You can
inspiration.
stack it with inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you need the inspiration too.
Yeah, I'll help.
So Marlo's gonna help me, so that's
Alright, I still
advantage
stand back.
plus proficiency plus inspiration.
Yeah, if you need it. Yep.
How do I tell it?
You don't have to tell me you're using the inspiration until you can
Until the
roll
roll's made.
first and then decide to use it.
Right before I do this, I'm gonna go. I also hurt, and if anyone could just give me a little
Well,
bit of help before this, that'd be really cool.
And can I guidance myself
Do
as well?
it.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can.
help. There you go.
Yeah, I'll cast healing word on Mar.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, y'all healed up, Marlo?
Mm-hmm.
Ready
I'm
to
just,
do
I'm
this?
just thinking in terms of if this goes terribly wrong.
Natural fucking 20, baby.
Yeah.
I don't even need all that extra stuff.
All right, yeah, you get
Yeah.
7 points of healing, Mar.
Thank
Good.
you.
So you go over to the hastily put together trap. and you see kind of the lighting mechanism that was being used that was going to light the fuse on one of the dynamite and then take it across and light it on the other one, and you quickly disable the lighting mechanism.
Okay.
And so now you have...
I want to gather a bunch of dynamite too.
Yeah, and for each one of those, there were 3 sticks of dynamite on either end that were tied together in a little bundle. So you have 2 bundles of dynamite that are 3 sticks each.
So 6 dynamite?
Yeah, and then there were 2 other pieces of dynamite that he had just kind of shoved around it, like in holes in the wall, probably to get like a secondary explosion.
Okay. So
You have
8 dynamite?
8 sticks of dynamite, yeah.
And minus Kaimana's.
No, it's 8 sticks, because Kaimana got the 9th stick.
Yeah, so okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, Kaimana's got one too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, okay, we should be safe to traverse.
I don't feel very safe after seeing this much dynamite down here. But sure.
I guess we should just keep an eye out for any other stuff that may...
We go stealthy.
Yeah. So can we, like, is that investigation or perception if we're keeping an eye out very slowly?
Perception. So, what's the marching order for you all?
If we're doing stealth, then I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
All right. So you guys.
I'll be in the lead.
All right. So we got Saurus at front, followed by.
I'll come in behind, I guess, in case something needs to be.
So you'll be at the back,
Okay.
Abel. Okay. So Saurus at the front.
Druiden's
Sully
at
is
the back.
next.
Sully's next. Please, Dad, put me in the lineup.
Druiden is very blatantly not wanting to set off an explosive and is kind of okay with someone else doing it.
All right. So Jury will be in the back too. So we got Abel and Jury in the back.
I'll get to know Jury. Like,
So then
this is nerve-wracking.
Mar.
It's every day.
I can be up with Saurus.
Yeah, Mar after Saurus and then come on in the middle. Sounds good. All right. So Saurus, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage because Mar's helping you.
Sully.
Look at her.
17.
17. All right. So as you guys continue down the path, you don't see any more dynamite holes or anything or any more traps. Oh yeah, and everybody go ahead and roll stealth because you don't want to be stealthy.
And we
Plus
add 10 for
Plus
Pass Without a
10
Trace.
because of pass without a trace.
Come in, on stealth check.
Jury gets a 34.
Woo!
God.
32.
Uh,
I beat you
21.
now.
26.
You got 22. Or-
26.
Yeah, 26.
Wow, everybody over 20. So you
We have good reason to be.
yes.
We
So
also made enough noise.
yeah, so this actually that's pretty good. So you're traveling down and you come around the switch of the path and it goes straight for about 60 feet and then it turns again. And you're very carefully making your way through with your perception, checking around. You don't see any traps, and you do hear that kind of rumbly sound as you're getting that 60 feet further down. And then you come around the corner, and this path goes about 20 feet, and then it literally looks like the wall was sliced. There's just a giant carve out, and beyond that, you see it kind of disappears into darkness, but you can vaguely see with your dark vision, Saurus, on the maybe right at the edge of your dark vision, another solid wall of stone, probably 20 or 30 feet beyond where this cavern is bisected.
So how deep is it?
Oh, so you walk up to the edge, and it's not like a cavern. When you get up there, you realize this was probably a natural cavern system that was cutting through here, and you're looking out now to a 40-foot wide man or human or dwarven carved structure with 2 rail lines running through the center of it. You found the burrow.
Is there any way across this cavern, like a bridge or remnants thereof?
So where you are, your pathway ends, and it's only probably a 10-foot drop down to the base of where the burrow is and where the rail tracks are. so you could easily drop down into there. It's whether or not there's an exit out of the burrow that would require another check, a perception check.
Okay. I'll hop down.
Okay, so you jump down, and you kind of get there, and that's when you hear that rumbly sound again. But you're being very stealthy. Go ahead and make another perception check now that you're out in the actual burrow space.
23.
23. So looking down, as far as you can see one direction, disappearing into darkness, this 40-foot wide, 30 or 40-foot tall square tunnel basically has been carved out straight that way. And it disappears into darkness. You turn around and look backwards, same thing, disappearing into darkness behind you. But probably about 30 or 40 feet ahead on your left, you can see another opening where it looks like the natural cavern system was cut by the burrow, where you could probably find your way in there. And based on your knowledge of where you are in the cavern system, that seems to be about the right direction.
Jump on in. The weather's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody jumping. Anybody with proficiency in athletics or acrobatics, you're safe. Otherwise, I would need an acrobatics check. You're jumping 10 feet down. Just make sure you don't fall on your asses.
Abel is looking towards Marlowe. So
Catch me, Marlowe.
Okay, yeah. I have my arms out just in case, and I'm looking down at my very weak arms and then looking up at you like, well.
Marlowe's usually the one that helps me up when I fall after these dex checks.
17.
Okay, you're good. Kaimana, you kind of bound down the wall and land into the dirt. And the moment you touch down, you realize that it's kind of a soggy, this is not a solid rock surface. This is clearly maybe formerly a riverbed or something like that. It's more silty, this area.
I got a 13.
Look, we're going to get jumped by something out of the bottom of this.
You're good.
And I've got about 3 different bets on what it's going to be.
You're good. Marlo?
So,
Sorry, I didn't roll.
You're proficient in athletics or
Yeah, I'm
acrobatics?
proficient.
You're fine then, you're fine.
Okay.
And then
is it
Abel,
athletics or acrobatics?
acrobatics.
Oh yeah, so I have fallen. I got a 9.
Okay.
Oh, I really will try to help his fall. If I can. I really will.
Okay.
Well,
so
you still have your inspiration too.
Oh, okay.
you do.
Oh, great time to use
it.
it.
Is falling gonna be just I slip in 1 point of damage, or am I gonna fall down an endless cavern?
Oh no! It would be damage, but the other thing that it would do is it would cause noise.
Oh.
Yeah, and you only get your inspiration for 10 minutes. You might as well use it now.
Okay, I'll use it. then.
'Cause it's probably getting close to the window there.
D8. I
Dee
need all 8 points. I got all 8 points.
All right. So
Manifesting.
Abel's about to just walk off, and he stops himself and is like, "Wait a second."
No, Mart April share a look at him.
He gathers his little robe so he doesn't trip
I think
over
that's
it.
higher than anybody who had to roll. That's the highest roll, right?
Yeah.
17.
And Abel deftly drops down without a sound. And then, Soros, you leading them on towards the other passageway?
Yeah.
All right, good. So you continue around. When you get to the other passageway, it's another 10-foot wide opening. Clearly where this has cut through, and you can see scree of rock in the passageway walls where some has fallen from above, but it does look like just the natural cavern system is continuing on to your left, back that way.
We go in.
All right, you go in. You walk in about 10 or 15 feet. Around that time, you hear the rumbling sound again from behind you, but it's not getting closer.
You said this cavern, we can tell that it was carved by manual labor.
The one you were just in, the one you had to drop down into, that was the burrow cavern. Yeah.
Okay, and this one, does it look similar or?
No, this is a natural, a mine shaft or whatever.
It's like the one we just came out of.
Yes, it's what you can probably imagine is that you were traveling this way, it got cut off, and then this probably circled around and came back. So you were probably in a switchback, and they just cut into the switchback when they were digging out the burrow. I could show you the map, but with the its low perception and your very good usage of Pass Without a Trace, you did not encounter the bullet that had made that its home.
Everybody say thank you, Kaimana.
Thank you, Kaimana. What is a bullet?
It's either a bullet or an ankeg.
Yep. There's a bullet that has made the burrow its home, which is probably not good for the burrow.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So you travel on, and this is really so the jelly room and the cube room was really the first time you'd seen like man-made structures, like they were holding up the walls and things like that. This is very clearly much even more developed than that. There are posterns and cross beams holding up sections here. There's places where you can see old torch holders where there's long burnt out torches in this space. Looks very familiar to you, Source. You can definitely tell you're getting close. You travel on a little bit further, and it opens up into a probably, you go another 60-70 feet or so, and it opens up into a small probably 15 by 20 foot room that has been set up as a campsite. There are tents here. There is a long dead campfire. There's all kinds of random things laid around, but somebody was using this space as a campsite.
Investigate, see how long ago it was last occupied.
Okay, so that would be, you can do an investigation check on that.
3.
Difficult
Can I
to tell.
investigate also?
Yeah.
And Acewood froze.
Oh no.
Acewood.
Acewood.
Oh, I got a 13, so when Acewood gets back.
Well, you can tell that there is there's like a thin coat of dust, but not like but it's hard to tell. Like if people have been digging in here, there'd be a lot of dust, so it could be a day. The bodies that you found of the dwarves were not long dead. You might imagine that this is where they were camped out.
Can I investigate for anything they left behind just in case?
You want more dynamite?
What a waste of a nat 20.
No.
What a useless
Right.
nat 20.
With a natural 20, you find 2 abandoned packs. One contains a small pack, or a small satchel of gold with 15 gold pieces in it. You find a bunch of rations, food, water, things like that were there.
Take it.
You find some mining tools. So there's some pythons, some hammers, and things like that are set up here. There is a fuse box, or not a fuse bit, like a fuse wire. That's 20 feet of fuse wire that you find rolled up in one of the packs, and you do find a map.
Haha! A map! I say out loud.
Yeah, and the map is it's kind of mapping the Burrows network system around this area and all of the caverns and caves that they found that have interacted with it or have crossed through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We found a map. A few.
I found a map.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Marked on the map, you can kind of see where you are based off of they kind of put a red X where their base camp was set up, and you can see that on the map there's a passageway that continues on for a little bit. It splits off into gray, they haven't filled in that portion, they haven't explored that too much. But there is very clearly a somebody drew a doorway or something on the map with a bunch of question marks around it.
I show it to Soros and go, is that probably... Do you think that's where your lab is?
Is that where my lab is?
Yeah.
That's where my lab is.
Yeah.
Great.
How many people
I'm
know
gonna give
about...
the fuse wire to Abel. You have all the dynamite,
Right.
so it's useless for us to separate this.
Right, Abel,
I didn't see you take the dynamite.
So Abel, you have,
probably
you have
did.
a coil of 20 feet of fuse wire.
Okay, how many people would know about this lab? So this it seems like if this is the location that you're on the map that the lab was, but why would they be looking specifically for this lab?
They probably weren't. They were just mapping the tunnels. The lab was put down here, so it was hidden away from
And
prying
maybe they stumbled
eyes.
across it.
Yeah, and Soros, you know that the main entrance to the lab was actually not through the tunnels, that this was like a back entrance.
Do you think they went in, or do you have some kind of system in place so people can't get inside?
We should be able to get through the door.
All right.
We've got 9 sticks of dynamite. That door really is not gonna.
We will get through the door.
But you have this kind of like this campsite space is here, and you guys can travel on. You can take a rest. You can do whatever you like here.
Short rest.
Needs a rest.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's
You
probably
can take a short rest. So you got an hour short rest.
I'll do my Song of Rest.
Song of Rest. You can add addition. So in addition to whatever you decide to roll to regain hit points, you can roll an additional D8 and regain those as well.
Little bard now.
Bards are fantastic.
They're so good.
Do I regain anything else on a short rest? Let's see. I don't think I do.
What is this
Are
hit
you?
that on here?
Kaimana regains wild shapes. No, he doesn't, because he's not Circle the Moon. Yeah.
I also didn't spend any, so
Yeah.
we're good.
So this is just hit
I
points.
reload my pistol as well.
Okay, so you're loaded
Well, I
up with
still have my
6
flame
shots.
cannon.
Yep.
No, the short rest would be an hour, so the cannon would fade.
Oh no, okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. So I have to use a spell slot if I want to make another one.
I get my lightning back, which is cool.
Yep.
But I don't get the
Pass without a trace expires.
Yeah, pass without trace. 10 minutes. That's gone. Yeah.
Oof. Guys playing with fire over here.
Heal at least one. I feel like freaking hit
Well,
myself.
Abel's not looking. I'm going to examine my dynamite.
Make a stealth check.
Why are you trying to hide it from me? I don't.
He's like, I'm not your dad.
Is that stealth or sleight of hand?
Well, since you're sitting there, you can do sleight of hand. Yeah.
Wish I'd done stealth. 13.
13. Yeah. So, Abel, you watch as Kaimana very carefully and gingerly takes dynamite out of his bag and like pulls it over to the side and like is like peeking over his shoulder at you.
Just making sure he doesn't like start sparking anything.
Yeah, Kaimana, you don't think that he saw you at all. You're fine.
Smooth.
Smooth. Just keep the light away from him.
Slick as an otter.
Sweet.
All right. So you've
I
got-
do get my Blood Maledict back.
Mm.
Sorry, I didn't realize that was on a short rest. That's great
Nice.
for me. Not that it matters, it'll never work again.
I healed a decent amount, so I'm feeling
Also, I
good.
didn't
It's
realize I amplified it because I wanted to. I wanted to try to hold it longer. I had to amplify it because it didn't have blood, and it wouldn't have worked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's actually great that I did that because otherwise, that's against the
I'm
rules.
glad that you said that because I didn't even think about it. Like
thought about
I
it-
need to
I
keep
thought
in my
about it just
head
now
like
because I
Does
was
anyone
like, I
see
was thinking
Sully
about
looking
the
at the
news, and I was
books?
like, that doesn't
Does
have
anyone
blood.
see Sully looking at the books?
she was like, Dad, the answers are right here in this book. You could just do that.
He's reading the book.
All right, Jerry's back up to full.
Oh,
He's
nice.
a good girl. Come
Yeah.
to me.
I got some hit points back.
All right. Anything else you guys want to accomplish on your short rest?
I don't think so.
Eat lunch.
Grim.
All right, you guys bust out some pocket bacon, some
Pocket bacon and
leftovers.
cheese.
No, we gave up all the pocket bacon to the rats.
Oh, that's true.
Uh.
This is just a ration lunch, guys.
Jerry
Is
is
the miners'
some
rations
trail
at least
mix.
a little like classier and better than ours?
Oh yeah, so their rations are pretty fancy.
Oh, excellent. We
Yeah.
eat
Oh.
those.
Sorry, one of the things you did find was a emblem in each of the packs that you found. Just like I think Kaimana found it before the emblem of the mining guild.
Yeah.
You found 2 more of those.
Ooh.
We are true
Test those
socialists.
Yeah, there were
Truth-
3. There were 3 total tokens, so you get
Oh my
the
God,
impression
we
this
just
is like
need 2 more and
a
we
3-man
can
team.
fake being in this guild.
Yeah.
Jerry didn't insist you in their little song.
We have found treasure underground. I think we are fully qualified miners at this point.
You have. And actually, Marlo, with that in mind, go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay.
That's what I pay my dues for.
13.
13. You know that like these are identification emblems, and that the guild would probably like to know that members of their team were
Are
lost.
dead. Cool.
So these
Yeah.
could be used to help identify, like they're kind of like dog tags. They're like left
Okay.
behind so that people can identify lost
Cool.
miners
So I'll
and things.
I'll take the ones we have and just kind of pile them all together as a little "we're sorry" kind of
Oh,
thing.
And
Please inform your next of kin.
you do know
Yeah.
that the mining guild is housed at Eldritch Peak. So
Okay. Cool.
let me write that on our to-do list.
all
On
right.
the
Are you taking them with you, or are you leaving them behind, Marlo?
The minor stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna take their identification.
Okay,
stuff
cool.
with
So you got them with you. So you know you've got them. Good. Sweet. All right. And then you guys decide to head on.
Source lead the way.
Yeah, it's not far from here. It's just kind of like this cavern switches out, and then the natural cavern continues on for however much out of distance, out of sight. But you do come to a door, and it looks completely out of place. A strong metallic door set right into the stone, almost like perfectly. Like you can't imagine that tools were able to carve this door frame entrance here and place this door here, but it's there, and it doesn't seem to have any kind of like locking mechanism or anything on it. It's kind of difficult to see.
It is magical. Can I investigate it for like magic and see how the closing or locking mechanism would work?
Yep, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is this just investigation or arcana or just they're the
I
same?
help with my knowledge of the door, but
Yes,
I've already.
You
Since
can.
this is the way I came out,
Yeah, you
Cool,
can.
cool.
So you got
I can
advantage.
tell you what it looks like on the other side of the
Yeah,
door.
and I'm letting you like
Sorry, so you know how to
investigation
open
for you,
this,
Abel,
right?
because I assume that you would, as a magic person, that you're thinking about it in that way.
Okay. Well, yeah, Source, do you know how to
Source,
open
you know how
the
to
door?
open this, right?
He opened it from the inside.
Sorry.
Think a panic bar. So
Gotcha. So I rolled with advantage. Damn, this is just 13.
13. You
Cool.
find there is a there is a seam on the left hand side of the door that is a little like you can tell that the door is actually not sitting well in its hinge, so it's a little bit tilted. And there's a seam where you can kind of see through, and there, you can feel air through, but it's really difficult to tell how you would open it.
Yeah, Jury's gonna tap you on the shoulder and is like, excuse me, and kind of like shuffles you to
By
the
all means,
side
bro.
and taps the door and does identify.
Oh, you're gonna take your cast identify, or are you gonna take the
Yeah.
10 minutes and
I'm
do it
not
as a
gonna
ritual?
I'm not gonna do a ritual. I'm just gonna. Cast
Okay,
it,
boop.
Whatever.
So you tapped it. So immediately,
Try to
like
show off.
the door itself doesn't give off kind of any magical energy, but you do sense that like built into the door, there is some kind of like that if this were forced open without being deactivated, that there is a trap, and it is an explosive trap.
I share this with everyone.
Yeah, it would do fire damage to the group.
Yeah, I've met this before.
does this ring any bells from when I escaped?
You know that like when you came out, that like there was nothing. The trap isn't activated by the door being open from the inside. It's when it's being forced open.
Okay. Does anybody have mage hand?
I do.
Yes. Oh,
Oh well. I mean, you're
Look,
welcome.
there's a gap. If you cast mage hand, so it's on the other side of the door. You could use it to hit the panic bar.
Yeah.
It may take a while to get to the right place.
describe it. Can you describe where the mechanism?
I'll
would
draw
be?
it on the door.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the door on the other side.
Okay, so we can cast Mage Hand.
You will need to succeed on a perception check because you're trying to look through a very narrow space to find a location that you can see on the opposite side where you can cast the spell.
What if Journey and I tried at the same time?
Well, who's going to do the casting? Jury or Abel?
You seem like a very wise
All right, so
I only
jury,
have a, but yeah.
jury, you can go ahead and roll, and with Abel's tapping you on the back.
Okay,
Can I give guidance?
Is that
You
advantage?
can give guidance. You have a D4
Okay.
I'll
you
give
can
you
add to the roll.
guidance.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was a really bad perception check. Oh no.
With advantage?
Is it advantage or do I just
Or
get
is it just-
stuff added to it?
Can
It's
you do
really
advantage and guidance?
difficult to help.
If Source is
somebody.
helping, can they get advantage?
It's so you would get advantage trying to find the marker because that's what information source is giving you. But it's really difficult to give somebody advantage like when you're trying to see through like a crack in a door.
So what do I add to this roll?
You can
The
roll a
guidance is a
D4 and add a
D4.
D4 to it.
How much better that's gonna be. So I got 10 total.
10. And do you have dark vision or no?
I do have dark
You
vision.
have dark vision. Okay, good. So that lowers the DC. So you kind of get down to look through the crack, and you release the spell to cast Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand appears right next to your face.
Damn it. Well, that didn't work.
Try again. Or
Mars starts backing up.
Very able.
Yeah, Mage Hand is what, like, is it 30 feet, right?
It's 30 feet, but it says a location you can see, doesn't it?
Oh.
I don't think so. I was looking at it, and it said
You know
just
what?
in
I didn't
place
even
you
prepare
choose.
Mage Hand, so I'm even out of this.
Because you can't do it
Mage
through
Hand
like a
says
wall.
I don't know. It said a place you choose when I was looking at it.
Let me
but I
look it up
could be
because
wrong.
the language will.
I looked at that beforehand.
You looked at it before Mage Hand.
Appears at a point you choose within range.
At a-
So
Yeah,
it's not
it
the
says
same.
a point you choose.
because if you choose dead center behind the door, you know
Yeah.
that's an open space.
That's true. All right, so yeah, so that'll work. Because it's in my head, I'm like, how you can't see that location, so whatever. All right, cool. So so it appears behind the door, and you can
And I
now
start hitting the door.
yes. So go ahead and make a.
Go around.
It's like I guess make a charisma check because you're controlling it with your charisma, with advantage because of Saurus's help.
This would look so funny from the other side.
A random spectral hand.
It's like a cat
Push
trying
it
to
on
chase
the
a
door.
laser.
You said with advantage?
Yes, because Saurus is helping you.
So I got a 23. 'Cause I'm a
So
bard.
it takes you a moment, and you kind of like are methodically moving up, and at some point, like with your connection with the Mage Hand, it's really difficult to see because you can't see what it's doing, you can't see what it's interacting with. You just are slowly moving it up, and based on Saurus's guidance, kind of touching and activating. And at some point, you hear a click from the inside, and then the door and like opens up about a foot and a half, but it's off its railings. So it kind of slides to a stop with like a 2-foot gap, and then the door up at an angle here, there. But you have managed to open the door somewhat.
What
Did
do I
we
do
all
now?
get moved?
Yeah,
I'm
none
on
of
it
you,
up like that.
all of you are medium sized. So some of you have to crawl through very carefully, but you'd all be able to get through.
Come on and I make it easy.
Yeah. So Saurus pops through, and
I'll come in behind
Yeah.
you.
immediately, like this space is completely different than where you've been. The walls are metal and wood, kind of very very clearly constructed. The floor, while dusty and overgrown and has seen time and space, has laid down slabs of stone to create a smooth surface. And this is a constructed laboratory space. You have made your way into the laboratory where Saurus was created.
As we look around, do we see like any activity of recent
Like in the like
lab
the
work?
ground.
or-
No. So you're just in a hallway. Like this is a hall that kind of stretches forth, and Saurus would kind of let you know, like this is like the exit hall for the back exit. It curves around and goes into another room, and then beyond that room is the main lab.
Okay. Just turn the source and just lead the way.
I will lead on.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for me, Source.
16.
16. So as you're kind of leading down the path, so like this hallway goes like 30 or 40 feet, and then it curves into the main, like there's a large, it was probably used for storage or something else, but a large room, and then beyond that is the main hall. You hear a voice talking in the distance. You move a little bit closer and you hear like, the master said to keep an eye out. I've got to keep watch. I've got to see what's coming. He said they'd be on their way.
And we stealth.
Okay, everybody roll a stealth check.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Are we still under path without a trace?
No,
No,
we're
that
not.
expired. Yeah.
Not good.
Oh, buddies.
Decidedly average. I got an 11.
11. Okay.
Your bard rolled a 20.
Nice.
18.
18. Okay.
19.
19.
6.
6. Let me figure out the averages here, because this is a
Dynamite
group
skill
stealth check.
check.
Okay.
More good than bad.
Let me roll perception.
True.
Group average was like 13. He rolled a 12 on his perception.
Yay.
So you come forward, and the first thing you all notice, like all of you have dark vision, and so you have been down here in this cavern system for the last 6 hours or so, and it has been just grays. Everything is shades of gray, and there's a moment where like you're looking out and you think that your eyes are maybe playing tricks on you, but you see like green. No, it's back to gray again. But then no, the green comes back, and then no, it's back to gray. Like there's like this lighting up feature where it seems like there's maybe like a green flame that's like dancing in the room and lighting up a portion and then going away. You move forward, and then all of you start hearing this mumbling sound, like this crazy disconnected voice that's the master would not like it if he did. No, he said to kill them, not to let them into the laboratory because he's there, right? He said. Must guard it. And then it disappears again. Soros, you peek your head around the corner, and you see like it's a relatively large storage area, kind of columns holding up the rock ceiling, but still everything else is manufactured with wood and stone and metal. There's some boxes scattered around the space, and you see in the distance the door that you know leads into the main laboratory, and that green light suddenly appears on the back wall and starts to grow in size, and at that moment you see a skull flying through the air, lit in green flame, and it flies by the back wall, and then it turns around and comes back and goes back the other direction, like a little sentry. And that's when you hear the voice, the master said to keep an eye out. They're on their way. And you can tell it's coming from the skull.
Hearing this, can I say I like very quietly pull out my force ballista?
Yeah, you can.
I hear someone, like whispering to themselves about killing the people who come into the lab.
All right.
I'm gonna prepare myself for a fight.
Source, do you relay any of that to anybody, or do you just keep him?
Yes.
Oh, we didn't hear that, or it was just Source?
Well, Source peeked around because he's at the
He
front.
saw it.
Sorry.
Everybody with that description can roll either Arcana or a History check.
Not good at that.
Which makes
Source,
sense, 'cause
no
Ariana
idea.
should know.
Source has no clue.
Source is like, what the hell is that?
7.
19.
7. Marlowe's not sure. Abel, 19. Anybody higher than 19?
No, I got a 13 history.
Kaibana?
8.
It would actually make sense that Abel would be the one, because he's the one who studied in books and studied. He's book studied magic.
He has intelligence.
Yeah, Abel. Based on the description, there's like kind of like a chill kind of hits your heart a little bit, because this is a flame skull. It is a dead creature that a powerful wizard has basically forced a spirit or a soul into, and has bound it to its will as a protector or a guardian. You know that they have some magical ability, are able to make large explosions and things like that, and are very dangerous. They don't take a lot to kill, but they're pretty strong. So you would want to get jumps on it in a fight. You also know that the big problem with the flame skull is that they cannot necessarily, in what you've read, it's difficult to know like how to kill one, because you can knock it out and it falls and clatters to the ground, but an hour later it comes back.
Oh, and you need to kill it like a certain way.
And like in your that's as much as you can remember. If you could do some research, you could probably find what people have discovered about whether there's a way to permanently kill one. But as far as you know that the warning, the warning is that killing it forces the spirit out of the body, but the magical tether is so strong that it's almost like it rips it back out of the plane of the dead and forces it back into the skull to come back. That it's a magical tether.
Okay. So if I can quietly just whisper to everyone what I know about how, they're easy to kill, but they always come back, and they hit pretty hard when they do attack.
So we need to get the jump on it, and we need to spread out.
Oh, wait. Josh, I would get advantage on this because this is like an undead thing, right?
Is it technically undead? Yes, it is undead.
Okay, because I would get advantage when we're calling lore about it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you remember somebody.
That's so much better. Wait. 22.
Oh, 22. So you know exactly what Abel knows. But in addition to it, you know that anybody who's gone up against it, that they try to avoid lightning damage as much as possible.
Damn it.
Your order knows like lightning's doesn't do as much damage as it wants to, and that generally speaking, you're aware that like a lot of elemental type damage, because it's a magical construct, don't have as much of an effect.
Okay, I relay this to the group.
Okay.
But
Kaimana racks his stick like a shotgun.
the same thing from like Abel's knowledge is purely from books. Yours is from combat like training and experience. Like they say the same thing of like you want to get a jump on it, you want to close ranks with it as quickly as possible, like that kind of thing.
Cool.
And it's currently flying. It's about 40 feet away from all of you. Relatively open space between you and it, but it is like making rounds, and it is disappearing out of your vision source off this way, and you're not exactly sure where it's going when it's disappearing out of your vision.
Yeah. Query.
Yes.
Asking Abel and Marlowe if they know of this. Basically, if I get it and tackle it, so it can't see through the eyes, would that actually work to distract it?
Would we
It would be
know?
Mar 22. Mar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that it does not have like true sight or blind sight. That it does rely on vision.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking I'm the fastest. If I can get out and grapple this thing and take it down and basically stuff it in my body.
Or if you
Marlo-
like throw like a fabric over it, like a
Blanket
cloak
or
over it, and
something.
just like and just tie it up.
It is on fire.
With a burn through, like-
Get in the bag and then y'all beat the hell out of it.
Isn't this how they are allegedly going to destroy the squirrel in Christmas Vacation?
Probably about as effective.
I mean, our campaign is nothing if it's not a comedy. So
Wait a minute. What would happen if we stuck this in the bag of holding?
I mean, I don't
would
know.
it die?
No, it's undead.
No, it's undead. It can't be.
undead.
It
Oh,
can't
yeah.
die. But then you'd
Can't
have a flame
suffocate
skull flying around in your bag
with a bag full of
holding.
dynamite.
With a bag full of dynamite.
But Ronnie has the Abel has the ability with the bag of holding. You pull out what you want.
Yep, that's true.
So if we stuck it in the bag of holding and you just choose not to pull it out, it can't damage the stuff inside of it because it's an extra planar space. So it's not like it's going to trash everything else you have.
And we have summon Flame Skull as a spell now.
Oh, I don't know, DM. You think that would work?
I mean, you can try
I'm
anything.
scared.
I love this too much not to.
Yeah, I know. This is we can't let this slide.
Wait, let me see what's in my bag of holding to be
an
like.
idea to not do it.
Yeah. Take out anything you don't want to maybe have get damaged, just in case.
Okay, let me see.
Well,
I've got the
keep
alchemist
damage
flask
in case,
full of
Oh.
fire.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure that they'll react great with the Flame Skull.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure. Flame
Just leave
Skull
all the
near
flammable stuff
dynamite you're
inside
carrying.
with the
Yeah,
flame skull.
Abel's only the one carrying all the dynamite. I mean,
Oh, the
I
bag
would
just like
argue we're
starts
releasing
shaking.
him from a life of servitude, and
Also-
maybe he'll be like cool about it.
you
You
probably
know?
want to leave the
'Cause-
dynamite over here before we go over there.
Well, if we can get him in this before he can give the alarm, and then we kill the person that made him, it should.
Do you want me to just suggest?
with the
Do you want me to try to use suggestion on him to tell him to get in the bag?
Ooh, do we know if that would work on him or?
I think we want to surprise him. So basically, you guys give me inspiration and guidance, and then I do a mad sprint out because I can move 45. And I could bonus action Step of the Wind to go another 45, and still have my action to try and bag this baby.
Or if you like Legend of Zelda style, like as he's moving, like stealth behind him, and then just like grab
Put a Batman in and just like stealth takedown.
I mean,
And how dexterous is this creature? Like, is it gonna?
It's a flying skull. I feel like, you know,
Probably.
Let me see what's in my
it
bag.
probably is a slippery fellow.
Remove some.
yeah. I
stuff
mean,
to
it's
do.
just it's a skull that's flying around on fire.
Johnny Blaze.
I think I'm wearing most of my stuff. Like, would my thieves' tools and stuff be on me or in the bag?
They'd be like on your belt.
Okay. Before you go though, I'm gonna cast protection against good and evil on you.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
Make
What
sure
does that do?
That's gonna it's gonna have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
I like that.
Okay.
Right? Good.
Yep.
I'm gonna take out my puzzle ball.
Okay.
It's the only thing that really would be in there. I'm wearing my goggles. I'm gonna take. I have a scroll of Thorn Whip.
So first level spell.
What's he gonna do? Read it out loud?
Well, I don't want to burn it. I give it to somebody. I have the Alchemist Fire. I'm gonna take that out.
Just in case this goes wrong.
Yeah. My
Is it-
Adventures Guild Badge. I'm handing these things to people like, oh,
Please take this. Please take this.
All right, so what this has done now is made me deathly afraid to ever open a bag of molding without like finding some way to check it first.
I know that while you guys are making this plan, I'm having to like look. I know that you have to pull inanimate objects out of a bag of holding in order to get them. But can you escape from a bag of holding when it's open if you are conscious?
Oh, interesting.
Well, if I throw it in and just sense it shut.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, the next time you open it, if
So,
the
I
flame
mean, I
skull's
guess
gonna
the
see,
opening
like, a
goal
little
is
hole
we
like, pop
don't
up.
open it until we're done with this lab.
Yeah,
and if
you
we
could potentially.
sacrifice the bag of holding today, so be it.
it's
Yeah.
an infusion. I can make another one. So.
And
Right.
if we kill the person that made it, then that severs the tether, which means if we kill it, it's dead for good. If we do have
Yeah.
to fight it.
Just got a skull rolling around in your bag.
God.
Okay, so mostly the only thing that's gonna be in there is gonna be like a hammer.
Oh, okay, I found it.
crowbar.
We're good. I think
Yep.
I found it. Yes.
I'm reminded, have any of y'all ever read the Dresden Files?
Yeah, Bob.
Bob. This is Bob.
Oh no! Let's put a bunch of heavy objects in the bag and shake it once he's in there.
Okay, there.
Shoving boulders into it.
It's like a rock polisher.
Okay, all right. So I found the rule. So okay, you can try it. Yep.
This guy, I don't
No,
trust.
No, I was just like, I don't know. I had to see if they're like,
The thing
is this something that
yeah.
the D&D like was like, hey, we
Well,
predict this
yeah.
might happen, so here are the rules.
Hey, look, this is
Say-
such a spectacularly bad idea. We have to try it because if it fails,
it's-
we're going to go down.
Yeah.
We're going to go down gloriously.
It's on
I
brand.
can't-
It's fine.
Live with the knowledge of like, what if we didn't do this?
Yeah, this idea was put out. You have to try. All right.
All right, so I cast that on you.
Okay.
I've passed out my stuff. I don't want my stuff to be destroyed.
So you're handing Saurus the bag of holding.
I mean, would any of us know this knowledge, like Arcana-wise or anything?
So
I definitely wouldn't. I don't know what this
The
thing
I mean,
only-
I guess Abel would be
the
the
only
one
one would be Abel, and like this is like
This is like
like high level
Theoretical.
theoretical.
Yeah.
So
Shit.
you
Can I
can
roll?
you
Can
can
I roll
roll.
to see if I think this will be.
We should
You
ask
can-
Armand.
yeah, you
when
can
we
roll
see him.
a-
Like, hey, have you studied this? Do you know?
You know
He's
who
just like, you
who
did
would
what?
know Abel is absolutely who would know is your mom.
I should have set up a sending stone so I can talk to her.
Yeah.
Your
But
mom.
I'm afraid she's mad at me for not going to school. So.
You go to visit your mom and she's got a bag of holding that's nothing but skulls.
I do this all the time,
Yeah.
son. This is not a
But
big deal.
you can do a Hail Mary Arcana roll to see if you would know whether or not it could escape.
That's a good idea.
The 20 or nothing.
I feel like it can use an action to escape. I feel like it can. A 24.
24.
God.
I will
Okay.
say that you offhandedly read a story where a man, like it might have been a fairy tale, you weren't really paying attention, where a man fell into a bag of holding and everyone thought he was dead, but he did get out the next time the bag was opened. But you don't know how, you don't know like whether he had, you know, in the parlance of D&D, you don't know if you had to roll for it or whatever. But he was able to escape, but everyone thought he would not be able to.
Oh my god.
So he got out the next time the bag was opened.
Yes.
That must have been a huge
Let's just
bag.
never open the bag again.
That he got out
Let's open it in a lake.
controlled environment.
Yeah, extinguish
Yeah.
him.
Open it underwater. Give it to Kaimana.
There we
No,
go.
that'd be great.
Literally.
All right.
Shit.
Alright, so yeah, I've taken like most everything out, except for stuff that like I'm not too worried about taking fire damage, like my hammer, my crowbar.
Sorry, with a 24, you do know that nothing in the bag interacts with anything else in the bag.
Oh, okay, well then
That's what I said. Yeah.
I'm not worried about it
Yeah.
then.
All right, but put your dynamite far away. Take your dynamite down the hall.
Yeah,
and
the
go set it
dynamite's actually
somewhere over
probably
there.
in more danger outside of the bag than it is inside the bag.
Yeah, put the dynamite in the bag.
Okay, so everything's in there, we're good.
Okay.
I hand the bag to Saurus.
Okay.
Okay.
And can I guidance him on this?
You
Is that
can,
okay?
yes. You got guidance. You have a D4 Saurus. Did you inspire injury?
I shall inspire.
Okay. You have a D8 as well.
Have all the things. You know what?
It's basically a D12, you know.
All right.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is basically the thing comes by, stops, turns around. As soon as it turns its quote unquote back
Yep.
on me, I'm sprinting for that fucker.
Okay. You're not going to stealth any part of it. You're just going to charge. It's only about 45 feet away, so you could make it. And
Yeah, it's. I think getting there quickly versus trying to stealth, because
Yeah.
if I stealth, it's going to take too long.
yeah,
He's
well,
gonna get
but
away.
even with movement and step of the wind, you can move 90 feet and around. So you still have your action open for you, so you're fine. But it's only 45 feet away, so you'd be fine anyway. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's do this. I'm feeling lucky.
All
Come
right.
on.
Get him.
So he comes around, and you guys hear him the muttering again about needing to protect, and the master told him to guard, and then it
Sure
comes
hope
to
no
the
one puts a
edge,
sack over my head.
and then it gets to the end of its little circular path, and then it curves back around and starts heading back around, and it's getting to that point where it goes out of frame. It's starting to go out of frame, and you're like, where is it? Like there has to be something that it's flying into on that way, and that's when you charge forward.
Get him. I've got my rapier for when this goes
Okay,
horribly wrong.
so he rolled a 15 on perception. So we'll do a between you and him what am I looking for? The word I'm looking for. A thing.
Contested roll?
No, a initiative roll to see whether your action beats his action.
Got it. Come on, Source.
19 plus 6.
What?
19 plus
Plus
3. So we rolled exactly the same on the dice, but you beat him by plus 3.
With the
So
power of teamwork.
So you go first. So you charge. You guys see Source disappear around the side, and he charges into the room. And there's a moment where the thing's floating, and he stops, and he turns to your direction, and you see the two. Now that you're closer, you see his eyes are not eyes; they're gems, and they're pulsing with energy, and they're both glowing like they're about to release an attack against you. And you put the bag over the head, so go ahead and make an attack against the creature.
I feel like it's like.
And we'll treat it as a grapple check, so you can do athletics or you can do an attack. It's as a grapple, but I'm gonna see if he contests the roll.
All you hear is.
Would that count as an unarmed attack?
For you, yeah, I would say.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 8, so that's 22.
18 plus 4. No, 18 plus 3. 21.
What is happening?
This is D&D.
I cannot believe
This is
that.
D&D.
I cannot.
I rolled and I was like 18. What? Okay.
This is the purest D&D gets.
So you see, he sees you
What
coming
are we
out of
gonna
it,
do with a bag of flaming
and he's like, "Oh shit!"
Nothing.
He's about to blast you, but then he's like, "Oh no, I need to move," and he tries to get out of the way, and you just swoosh. Right, you follow the trajectory of his flight, and he flies right into the bag of holding, and you slam it closed, and you now have a bag of holding with a flame skull inside.
I like to think the bag just goes.
And we're all
back-
going silently crazy watching.
Yeah. You look back at Jury and their eyes are like glistening. They're so excited for this perfect song. This shit, you can't make this shit up.
Here's the thing, I didn't use my guidance or my inspiration.
So you still, yeah. I rolled the 18. I was like, oh man, that's really, because flame skulls do have really high dexterity, but yeah.
So the Saurus.
Yep.
Never met a Saurus.
Let me just
That is
check.
the coolest shit.
Yeah, no, because he just that's it's not one of his skills either, so it is just plus 3. So yep.
I'm just seeing Jury and Abel like mage hand high fiving each other.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
This is exciting.
So I can see them kind of like having been around the corner and like all the heads peer around.
Yeah.
It's just like boop, like this. But you like all of you watching, like you were kind of hidden from sight. You kept seeing that green flame, and there was a moment where the green flame grew brighter, and there was like this reddish energy that started to pulse through the flame as well. And then suddenly, from your viewpoint, you just saw all the light went out.
Saurus's like body is outlined in a shadow
Yeah.
on like the wall.
But you peek around, and there's Saurus standing with the bag.
I give the bag back to Abel.
I don't know if I want it.
Wants it.
As long as you don't open it, it's probably
Yeah.
okay.
I guess I'll strap it securely to my back and just.
She's like a speed bag.
Also knowing
It'll be
Abel,
interesting to study later.
interesting point of order, Abel, I have to look at how your infusions work,
Cool.
because I don't know if you have to refresh them every day or if they're permanent until you change them.
They stay until. Like if I try to go over the amount of fusions that I get, then the oldest one I make disappears.
Okay, because the bag of
It's
holding
cool.
is an infusion. So if you like
Yeah.
were to forget and be like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need the bag of holding right now.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Bag
right.
of holding is one that I always keep up because it's pretty useful.
Yeah. All right. So with that and the doorway to the laboratory there ahead of you, we'll go ahead and take our 10-minute break, and we'll be back in 10 after that. With that clutch play.
To avoid the delete by
You-
super stealth, thanks to Kaimana. We avoided the fight here by this really stupid idea
Yeah,
that
and
we came up with.
last session you like avoided the
rat.
the rats by talking to them, and then you avoided the basilisks. Like, fight.
Thanks to Mar, right?
Yeah, you did have to take on one of the basilisks, but you didn't have to fight
She
both
just
of them.
yelled
so-
at it most of
yeah.
the time. You
Yeah,
literally.
I like yelled, and then I got cool, and the mom and I.
What was
like,
it? No, didn't Kamado like talk to it or something?
No, it's because it was protecting its nest, and you were able to realize that, and so you only attacked the other basilisk that was trying to eat its eggs. So,
Oh.
Yeah,
And she
the
didn't
mom
want
and I
to eat the eggs
respected
and
each other.
run around her.
but you were all saved because Mar knew that it was a
And
basilisk,
no
so
one
you
got
knew to
followed
keep.
by the
Yeah,
cube.
yeah,
Yep.
because you guys.
Alright, I'm gonna go eat.
Yep. All right, so we'll be back 10 minutes from now, and we'll be right back because I need a break from 10 minutes.
Josh is furious with us.
Oh no, I love this, but I'm just like, I
A
just
lot of
love.
brain.
I rolled 2 18s in a row, and I was like, whoa, those
It
are
didn't
really
mean
high.
nothing.
It didn't mean nothing. So,
Nothing.
all right,
Amazing.
all right.
It's a solid plan.
Yeah. You guys
The
know?
best anti-theft
Will
measure
team.
we've got.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they keep the good shit in the bag of. Oh my god!
Somebody steals the bag, opens it back up, and is like, "Master said to take care."
It's like those.
We'll find it by where the explosion is. What
Yeah,
explosion?
It's the fantasy version of those people who have like glitter bombs from Porch Pirates.
I now want this to happen just to happen. So.
100 times worse.
Oh, who would we do it to though? It'd have to be someone we hate.
So,
A big
Soris,
bad
I'm
evil
taking. I'm taking you weren't expecting that to be there.
No. And what he was muttering about the master being in the next room, that is an unexpected bonus.
Oh, he's like, yeah,
Oh. So we should be prepared.
so we can like kick his ass, maybe.
That's what I'm hoping.
Just throw the bag in there.
Shake it up a little bit. Just
Put a bow on it.
I don't think it's gonna attack its master. So,
just make it really angry.
all right. Well, lead the way, Soris. I'm not going first. That's for
All
sure.
right.
Are we?
Right. So
I mean,
you're-
are we prepared for this?
What's in this hallway?
It's basically looks like an old storage space that then had the back exit attached to it. So I mean, there's like a bunch of old boxes of stuff around here, and then there's just a door at the end that Source knows goes into the main laboratory.
Okay. I'll ask Source, do you know what he stored in this room? It's just
I didn't stay here very long on my way out.
Go see if we can.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Really
you can
quick.
investigate. Yeah, go and roll an investigation check. Anybody wants to look around the room?
Yeah, sure.
Wow, a whole 7.
25.
25. So, Mar, you find some you bust open a box and just this rotting stench fills the air, and you've
Oh.
discovered some food rations that have spoiled.
I closed the box.
25 able, you find there's a lot of random look like chemical reagents, maybe things that were used for creating different chemical concoctions. You see things you find a whole box filled with glass jars. They're filled with different colors of liquids.
Can I tell if he's preparing to supply a large group or preparing to manufacture large amounts of XYZ or
There's not a lot of anything in here. There's probably only like 5 or
Okay.
6 boxes. And aside from the food ration boxes, which there's a couple of them, the other boxes are filled with just jars and jars and jars of various liquids.
Does he have anything like interesting with the chemicals? Because I know a little bit about alchemy.
Yeah, go ahead and make a intelligence check and add your proficiency because you are proficient with alchemy's tools.
we can't carry anything in the bag of holding, so just
You said intelligence.
Yes, and add your proficiency to it.
Okay, so 23.
Oh, 23. It's kind of difficult to tell. These are not typical chemicals that are used for things like crafting poisons or crafting healing potions or anything like that. But you do recognize some of the chemicals, but it's really hard for you to figure out what he would be using them for.
Okay.
Like, there's some that you know, like when mixed in the certain right way, provide like life-giving properties. Like they are able to be used as a base for a healing potion. There's a few that you see that are typically used to create things that would kill and destroy life. That it would be used to create a poison of some kind. So it's weird to see these mixtures.
But nothing that, like, if I put it in front of, like, I don't know, a jury, I was like, look, he's doing bad things, right?
No, yeah, it's
Cool,
difficult.
cool.
If I had to guess, I'd say some of them are necessary to make a flame skull.
Yeah. It's possible.
Start marking me them.
Yeah. Now, there are 3 that you could immediately pocket, Marlowe, which would decrease the amount, decrease the cost of creating a greater healing potion by half.
Yes,
So
yes, correct.
You
Yes.
take 3. Just write down that you have 3 greater healing bases. Just know that you'll have to spend the time to actually create the potions, but
Right.
you've got the base. Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
awesome.
I say to the box.
Yeah. And between you and Kaimana, you could make those 3 in a week's time. It'd be easy for you to do. Yeah.
Awesome.
Baking with Kaimana and Marlo.
Our
Which
favorite
the
pastime.
last time it happened was fantastic. So
Like Jacques Pepin and Julia Child.
Oh,
all right. So the only thing left, there's the door. And Saurus, you do know that the last time you came through this door, there was like when you busted through the door when you were escaping, there was something that was set off. You managed to escape from it, but you do warn them that the door is probably trapped in some way.
So if anybody is good at, say, disarming traps, maybe you want to investigate.
Yeah, I'll investigate.
Okay, go ahead, Kaimana.
can I help?
Yeah, you can roll with advantage because Abel's helping you.
And can I
Roll
guidance?
investigation check with advantage.
Okay, actually, I may not be the best person for this.
I'll investigate. I got a +7 to.
Okay.
Okay, I'll help him.
With Kaimana helping.
Yes.
All right, I'll investigate. And can I guidance myself?
Yeah.
Okay, I never know how that guidance stuff works.
It's touch a
Okay.
willing creature. I guess you're willing.
I know it. Okay,
Guys,
18 plus
doesn't
7,
look like you need it.
25.
Okay. Yeah. So you discovered that the lock is an arcane lock of some kind. You could potentially pick it using your skills, or you could dispel it or whatever. There is clearly a trap as well but the trap is separate from the lock. So you'd have to unlock the door and also disable the trap.
Okay, so I'll let everyone know. I can see that there is a magical lock and a separate trap mechanism. Does anyone have any way to dispel a magical lock?
Well, I find myself a use again. I've got it.
Okay.
Add spell magic.
All right. Boom.
But
Ooh.
Yep. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier to it. Or sorry, your full spellcasting modifier, so charisma plus proficiency.
well, I rolled an 18 plus.
Oh, you're
so.
good. Yeah,
Yep.
the DC's high, but it was definitely not that high. So good. So you guys watch as Jury kind of plays a few chords on their
Dulcimer.
dulcimer, and you see this like vibrating energy fly out towards the door and goes into where the lock is, and you just see this unraveling energy as the spell that's holding the door locked releases.
Nice.
Before we go further on, Abel, can I have one of the tri-sticks of dynamite?
Sure.
No, he put them in the bag. Didn't he
Oh,
put them in the
yeah,
bag
no.
over there?
They're in the bag.
I'd
Wait,
say.
didn't he say he
ask
took them out,
Carmona.
though?
Carmona.
I
We
think
put
he,
them
I
in the
think
I
he.
feel like he
So
100%
they-
said he took them out.
I don't know if he said he put them back in though.
So what happened was we took them out and then we're like, actually they're safer in the bag because it can't interact with them.
Okay, yeah, then they're
So we
in
put
there.
them back in.
So I'll say, unless you want to reach in the bag with the flaming skull, but ask Carmona. He may have.
You have what?
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Carmona. Don't be stingy. It's
What?
for the good of the group.
You'll give me 2 more, right?
I'll
Yeah,
give you
eventually.
2 more, Carmona. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
At some
then yeah,
point.
I'll hand over
Okay.
a stick of dynamite.
So you don't have a
And
tri-stick.
do I
You have
a
one.
skill, or do I have something I can light it with?
You-
Never mind. I know how to do that. So I'm good.
Okay.
You have a very good way to do that.
Yeah. You also probably have a flint. You probably also have a tinderbox. So yeah.
I have a gun.
You have a gun, but you also have a tinderbox. So. All right.
I was gonna offer you the fuse wire, and then I was like, he doesn't need that.
Okay.
I'm gonna, can I back him up and just have create bonfire ready to cast in
Sure.
case?
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to
Can I
try
get
to?
my lightning going on the sword?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Before
And
we
then
get
mark off my spell slot for my force ballista.
You got your force blister ready to go for the next hour. All right. Who wants to try to disable the trap?
I'll
What
choose.
Skill
skill
check
check
is
is that?
What is
skill
it?
check is that?
Dexterity?
It's a dexterity check, but if you are proficient in tinker tools or thieves tools, you could you could add your proficiency to that.
I'm proficient, but my dex is only on +1.
So you just have to kind of see is like Mars' dexterity bonus higher than your
Yeah.
proficiency in
I would
dexterity.
get a +5 to it.
You should try it, and
Okay.
I can help you.
Yeah, and Abel knows where it is, so he's helping you point out and kind of guiding you through. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna stand with myself and
Nat
my
20.
Yeah. Amazing.
So everyone kind of takes a couple steps back, and then Mar goes in with the tools. A little rough, but she finds the spot and releases the mechanism, and you see this.
Sorry.
You see this like green cloud of smoke just pour out, but not in like an explosive way. It just starts to leak out and floats up into the air and dissipates up 30 or 40 feet up into the air. And after a minute or so, all of the smoke is gone, and there's just now a cloud of this smoke like up in the air, slowly dissipating out above your heads. The trap is disarmed. 18 was what you needed to roll, so good job.
Nice.
Yep.
Excellent job, everyone.
Very nice. So the door's open and the trap is released.
Listen at the door.
Roll a perception check.
17.
17. You hear the incredible crashing rush of water.
I mean,
Was
what's
that there the last time I was?
Yeah. You know that the main entrance to this laboratory is because the wizard could fly in through the waterfall. That there's an opening in the side of this cavern wall that's on the bluff, and they just fly through the waterfall right in.
All right, I'm gonna crack the door open and see if I can see if anyone's in there.
The moment you crack the door, immediately there's a beam of light. The room inside is very well lit. Peering inside, you can kind of make out from where you are. It's like there's it goes straight for a little bit and then curves into the main laboratory area. In the vision that you're looking at here, you don't see anybody.
So we don't see anyone.
I mean, they might be long gone by now.
I'm gonna stealth out.
All right, so you slide the door open completely. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Nat 20 plus 8.
Okay.
28.
I'm consistent. Like again, rolled a 19, but on perception, but that won't be high enough to catch you with a nat 20 plus 8. So you stealth out. Does everybody let Source go, or does everybody follow him?
I'm letting Source go.
Can I ask you a question, Josh?
Yes, go ahead.
Would water walk allow me to walk up the waterfall?
Probably not, because I think like the way water walk, it's like along the surface of water.
Yep. Any liquid surface.
You could, but you could ride it down.
Yeah. So what?
But the water's moving too fast for you.
What I would say is
that
you're.
Except with my high swim speed.
I think that the problem with water walk is that it prevents you from getting into the water. So I think like if somehow you were able to like combine spider climb and water walk, you could potentially do it. Or if you had like a really good climb, it would be a climbing check, if that makes sense. But the ability to climb up the surface would probably be required.
Yeah.
That's a nice idea. Yeah.
It doesn't dispel gravity.
I would imagine like if you had a potion of spider climbing plus that ability, that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
It might just be faster for me to jump into it and swim up the water like a salmon.
All right. So Source, you pop out, and
What do I see?
there's a short little hallway. You walk the 20 feet or so to the end of it. And you peek around the corner, and the laboratory is relatively the way you left it, which was disheveled because you did some damage before you left. There's a few of the large canisters where he had put, creatures in there to run tests on them are shattered and open. The contents, whatever the liquid contents of the inside spilled across the floor. As you kind of peek around, the storage area where he kept all the specimens is still back there with all the cages. You don't know if they're still dead creatures inside them or whatever. The circle where the runic circle where he performed most of his magic things are there, surrounded by the two large canisters where the test subjects would be placed for those spell elements. One of them is as from this where you're looking, one of them is closed. The other one has been shattered and is off to the side, but one is closed. It's difficult to see if there's anything inside of it, but it's there. But what immediately catches your eye is at the waterfall entrance to the cavern, the curtain of water pouring down in front of this entrance. Sullivan. This is a serious moment. This curtain of water pouring down, you see silhouetted against the fading sunlight pouring through the water and glistening across the cavern. You see a tall, long, white, grayish hair on his back, purple robe figure looking out towards the waterfall, not looking in your direction.
How far away is he?
65 feet or so.
And
Okay. What I'm gonna do?
you gotta cock that thing and aim it.
I am going to stealth up. Step of the wind, so that gives me 90 movement.
Okay.
I'm going to get up to behind this guy.
Okay.
I'm going to shove the dynamite down the neck of his thing and use the gun to set it off while shooting him.
Jesus.
Okay. So, let me set this up.
It's so. I don't want to picture.
I
what
really
that
do
would
like
look
how we go from the hijinks of, oh, we're gonna shove a skull in a bag of holding wee, and then it's, no, we're gonna shove dynamite down a guy's back and shoot him.
Blow
him up.
This is like
This may not work, but on the off chance
Oh,
it
it would
does.
have been so cool to question this guy up.
And I realize with the light, it's the way the light's working, it's hard to see the frame. But you guys have most of this area to work with. So he's here. So you're gonna.
I'm gonna use that, like I said, to get to him, shove it down, shoot it so that I shoot him and it sets the dynamite off, or lights the dynamite fuse, and then I'm gonna run like hell to get away from him before he explodes on me.
Okay. So your full movement gets you there. Step of the wind gets you to there. All right. So let me see if he perceives you coming or hears you coming. He would. All right. So.
With a 28?
Oh, is that your stealth?
Yeah.
That's right. Never
28
mind.
was-
Then he would not. Okay, because that was. So you burst into movement, but if you're remaining stealth for your full movement then.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's. You can just get to him. You can't get away from him.
That's okay. It won't explode immediately, so I should have one round.
All right, so you shove it in. Go ahead and make an attack action to try to put it in. With
Okay.
advantage because you were stealthed.
That's double 11s. Unarmed, that gets me to a 19. I'm going to use my guidance.
Yeah.
Make that a 21.
Okay, that hits. So you shove the dynamite in his back. That's your first attack. Now roll with your firearm with disadvantage. But it's with advantage, so just a single roll.
I feel like Jury's back and like is chilling with you all and is like, do you think I should message him?
That's an 18. I'm going to use my inspiration. So to make that a 21.
21. So you shove the dynamite in, and the moment you shove it in, he starts to turn in your direction, and you fire, and you don't know if the bullet hit the dynamite or not, but he.
No. I was trying to shoot him.
Yeah.
With the dynamite fused by the flash pan so that it lights it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that I'm doing bullet damage to him as well as setting the dynamite
Okay.
on fire.
Go ahead and roll the damage for the bullet.
So
That
nervous.
is
I
a
know, I'm sitting there like, Jesus.
12. And I rolled. What did I roll to shoot him?
It was like
21.
21.
Okay, so no, never mind. It didn't jam, but I didn't get bonus damage.
Yeah.
So
So a
So that's
total of
12, yeah.
12 points of damage. Okay.
Yep.
Like once
Alright.
we hear the gunfire, like we.
Yeah, so with that action, we'll go ahead and roll initiative. We won't be able to finish tonight, but we'll see how far we get. And we'll see.
Oh, initiative? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I rolled terrible.
All right. Anybody 25 to 20?
Hang on.
Wait, initiative, baby, at the top.
What you need? Oh,
You rolled worse than me. I feel like Jury is like when you're in a friend group and there's some drama you don't know about and you accidentally like talk about it. They don't know why it's happening. They're like, oh.
What's happened?
The dynamite went off.
Oh,
no,
no.
I dropped the.
I dropped the word. It's an earthquake.
Is that better for you all to see it?
Yes.
We see.
Yes, that works.
All right, so 25 to 20.
Yeah, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 19 to 15.
15.
18? Oh. So Source.
Saurus and then Abel.
Yeah, 18.
No, Abel and Saurus. Abel has an 18.
And then me in the middle of them.
Oh,
Oh, Abel, then Mar, then Saurus. Okay.
I'm sorry, that was my fault. I misheard.
All right.
I'll sit quietly now.
And then, what did you get, Jury?
So I got an 8 and Kamana got a 7.
Okay, so then Jury and then Kaimana. All right. So, up first. 6-second fuse. Saurus.
Okay.
So first round. Immediately, and let me put everybody else on where
I think we're like just out of frame.
Yeah, you're off frame a little bit. You guys are over here.
Ah, I see.
And then, but you'll be rushing into the frame in a minute.
Oh.
So first thing is up. Saurus, the figure turns and you immediately see your tormentor, the man who created you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at you with this smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I think you were expecting someone else. And you see immediately the visage of the man who created you shimmer and fade before your eyes. And where there's the human face, you see his eyes blink and these cat-like eyes take their place. And then sharp fangs appear in his mouth, and then his jaw extends, and you see before you not a man, but a man who looks like he might be part tiger.
Is that a fuck? Oh,
Oh.
this
no.
guy.
As he takes his form dissipates in front of you, and he's going to take 2 attacks at you, Swords. I think it's 2. Yes. One, and you see, like, he's got 2 blades in his hands, 2 swords. First one will miss. It's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is an 18 to hit.
Yes.
That one does hit. Okay. So he slices out at you the first time, and you're dodging back to get away from him because you know he's a ticking time bomb. And then the second one catches you across the way. You take. Grab the wrong dice. All right, that's 5 points of slashing damage as he strikes you, and he's going to use his martial prowess to do an additional. Just rolled super low. An additional 5 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Right, and then he's going to jump back away from you this way, making a jump of 10 feet. You can make an attack of opportunity against him.
Can I make it a stunning strike?
Huh?
Can I make it a stunning strike of opportunity?
Yeah. Roll to hit.
Well, do you want distance right now? Maybe?
Yeah.
I want him stunned, so I'm going to get away from him.
Okay.
I've got 6 seconds, which means it can get to my turn. I can hit him a couple times and then run.
Okay.
That
I just
was
worry about you.
I know.
16 does not hit.
16 doesn't hit?
So you go to strike out at him, and you just kind of hit the air as he jumps back and flips in the air and lands on his soft feline feet. And this is the first time you're getting a good glimpse at him from a distance. And you notice the way that he's gripping his 2 swords. His grip on the swords is reversed.
Okay.
Like his hands are attached to his arms, flipped from the natural way that they would be normally. All right.
Grace knows what it is.
I remember the lore. No, I remember the lore.
The lore. All right, but that does end his turn. So that takes us to Abel.
Okay, I'm going to. How far away? It's like way more than 30 feet, right?
It is.
All right, I'm gonna use my full movement and use my action to dash.
Okay. How close do you want to get to him?
I guess I just want to get up to. Is that 60 feet?
Yeah.
I don't want to get that close to him.
Okay.
I'll just use my movement then. I'm sorry.
All right.
Just my 30 feet of movement.
All right.
Um,
The light is glaring off this. I'm trying to fix it.
It's fine.
yeah, it's.
It looks like water.
Wow.
There we go.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay. And would I recognize this creature?
Oh, immediately you do. So
Yeah.
actually, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck? Serious? I think this is like Abel's worst nightmare.
Yes, this is Abel's worst nightmare.
Oh no.
Because it was in your worst nightmares when
It,
we saw these
it was
things
in his
before.
worst nightmare.
Yeah.
This is not an 11.
An 11. So you charge in, ready to help defend your friend, and the moment you look up and you see what this is, a fear racks through your body. And you are technically afraid of the creature for the next round. You can't get any closer to it, and any attacks against it are at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's great. I'm going to attack it with fairy fire.
Okay. Is that that's a dexterity saving throw, or?
I think so, but I don't know how D&D works, so let me read it. Yep, he has to make a dex save. He's probably really good at those.
He rolled low though. That's a 10.
Oh, no, he fails.
Okay.
Okay, so...
He cannot go invisible,
Yeah.
which is good. And then, what's the other effect?
They're outlined in light.
What level is Fairy Fire?
I don't... It's just
level.
This is the first level?
Yeah, it is the first level.
Oh, so you cast the spell, and it kind of appears in and you see this this bomb of glitter go around him, and he kind of looks up in your direction, and you just see him flip the sword in the air, and the glitter just vanishes from around his body.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He
shit.
seems to not be able. He was not affected by the
Wow.
spell.
Okay. So Abel is really, taken aback and just almost freaking out. I'm going to use my bonus action
Okay.
and aim my Force Ballista at him.
Okay, and go ahead and make your attack at disadvantage.
I should have hexed him. Gosh darn it. Wait, I gotta find my attack.
No, that's a good thing to know about him. We gotta figure that out at some point.
Yeah, better early on, right?
Yeah, no, for
Well,
sure.
hopefully when
Better
Dynamite-
first level spell, yeah, you know? If he can do
Hopefully
it.
Dynamite does a whole lot of damage.
Yeah.
And not to us.
Oh, I had a
Back here.
19 and 18 to hit. It doesn't hit.
18 just hits.
Oh, really?
That
God.
is his armor class.
All right, cool. That was freaking lucky. All right, 2d8. So, Lord, 7 damage plus I have my arcane. What is it? The other thing, I get to add another d8. to my
Arcane
attack.
firearm. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. Okay, so 7 damage plus 5 damage.
Okay.
So 12 damage altogether. And I'm gonna stand there freaking.
Aw. No wonder you're so scared of me. Aw.
I don't like werewolf mark.
I know.
All right, which takes us to. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to fix something real quick. I'll be right back.
And then all I have is 2nd level spells. Nothing I'm gonna be able to throw at this guy is gonna do anything.
Well, Fairy Fire was a first, right? So maybe it's only
Yeah.
first level spells.
Yeah.
And cantrips, probably.
Also, if you do something, you can get creative, okay, is there a stalactite above him?
Yeah.
That spell and it drop on him. Or shoot the ground at his feet and try and
What was that? Sorry.
waterfall. So you could also shoot at his feet and hope the shrapnel hits.
Lighting design.
Lighting design.
It was really bothering me that the water effect wasn't working, and now it is. So
You gotta light that.
Oh, that's so
it's the light
cool.
coming in from the waterfall, so that's where it's all lit up.
I love
All right,
it.
so Marlo, you're up.
Great.
Marlo,
I mean,
at the start of your turn, I need you to make a perception check with advantage. What was it?
22.
So right as you're getting ready to you hear the gunshot, you see Abel charge out and then freeze in fear. A whiff catches your something. A whiff hits your smell, and you're like, "That can't be. I haven't smelled that perfume in years."
Oh,
and you immediately recognize the smell of Amelia. Not coming from... You're not sure where it's coming from, but you immediately smell Amelia.
Get into the room, figure out where she is.
Okay. So you charge in. You can get up to where Abel is.
Yeah.
You
see
see
a
this
tiger.
creature. You immediately know that's not Amelia.
Yeah.
The smell is coming from back here somewhere. Like behind where the creature is, somewhere.
Okay. First things first. I would like to do my blood maledict. No, werewolf out first, and then try to do the blood maledict.
Okay, so you go werewolf. Okay, so you're
Yeah,
now in
I mean, I
werewolf form.
have to.
Okay, all right.
I've been saving it this whole dungeon crawl because I had a feeling.
Wait, can you describe this? So
Yeah,
because Jerry's gonna see this at some point.
Yeah, Jury's around the corner, so she won't see you transform.
So
They won't see it yet.
Yeah,
so
they
what
won't, sorry,
happens to Mar is it's like if you can imagine like a half-wake state for a werewolf, it's like the snout extends and the fur comes out. Her arms are exposed, so she gets like fur here and like claws around her talons, and she kind of does a little growl. It's like you imagine it should be like a full growl, and she's trying to suppress it. So she does it like very quietly.
Around the corner.
Yeah, and she like always before it too, she pulls her hat down a little bit, like out of perhaps insecurity. Like maybe no one will notice.
So Marl, you see, as you charge in, you go into your werewolf form, and now in your werewolf form, you can clearly see like the smell is coming from there. You see these like large canisters, these like, and you see one there, and behind the glass, a body. It's difficult to tell whose body it is, but they're moving. They're like you see something like it looks like they're beating against the glass, and that's when you notice that there's a liquid rising from the bottom of the canister.
Oh, okay. Fuck the blood maledict. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna use my turn to get as close to that as possible.
To the canister?
Yes.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so that's your action movement as well. And so now you're about 15 feet away from it. The smell is very, very strong.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, good. So you're ready to go, werewolfed out and ready to set up. All right, Saurus.
Slide the map over slightly where we've lost him.
We've lost him.
Sorry, you can see Sully's face coming in and out on Ronnie's
Go
screen.
further. Okay, I'm gonna run the 15 feet up to this creature.
Okay.
And I am going to hit him.
All right. Go and make your attack.
First one is a 21.
21 hits.
And I am going to do Stunning Strike.
All right. That's a Constitution saving throw.
Stunning Strike. Constitution save versus a DC 12.
Okay, he rolled a 10 plus 4. 14.
Okay. So let me mark off my key point. Okay, and that's 6 damage.
Okay, 6 points of damage.
I'm going to hit him a second time.
All right.
And that is a miss. I'm going to flurry of blows.
Get his ass.
Okay,
First one is a 20, dirty.
that hits.
I'm also Stunning Strike on that.
All right.
And that's
That
7.
is 13 plus 4.
Okay. That's
But then
3.
7 points of damage, you said?
Yep.
Okay. 4. Okay.
And then my next attack is a 19.
That hits.
6 sided dice. And this also is a Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Mad.
19
Mad.
plus 4.
So if
Yeah.
this guy isn't stunned,
And that does 8.
8 points of damage. Nice. So
God, monks, man.
you're punch, 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 and you're connecting each time, and you're trying to. And this is not a form that you are used to feeling. Like you're like, this looks like a creature, not a creature, and you can't get a grip on its chi enough to stop it from moving. You can't stun it,
Okay.
but you do.
Now I am going to get 30 feet away from it.
Okay, it will make an attack of opportunity against you.
Windfoot celerity.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Attacks have disadvantage on turn 1.
On turn 1, good. So 30 feet away this way. So,
Yep.
all right. And
Actually, I take that back. I see where Mara is going,
uh-huh.
and I'm going to head that way.
You're gonna head that way. Okay, so you go this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You can get over here, and you're actually right next to the circle where you were created, and the container there is filling up with a liquid, just a 6 or 7 inches at the bottom at this point.
Okay.
Um,
And that's all me.
yeah, he rolled a. That's only a 12 to hit, so he misses on his attack of opportunity against you. But that's good. All right, Jury.
So Drury rounds the corner and sees a lot happening.
Yeah, you round the corner. You see Abel quaking in fear. You see a werewolf. You see a tiger.
I mean, to be fair,
werewolf is wearing
wearing all of Mars gear.
Yeah.
wielding
Yeah,
Mars
yeah.
weapons.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
All right.
You
can move into the room
It's
out
like,
there.
what did I sign up for?
and whoever I'm nearest to, I'll be like, all right, who are we? What are we doing? Are we attacking someone?
And Abel just is quaking in fear and kind of points in the direction of the tiger.
Okay, am I within 30 feet of him?
It's an abomination.
You are a little bit. You might. You probably had 5 more.
Yeah, I can just see if he's 30 away.
Yeah, he's just at 30 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna try to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
And
What
that's
kind
a
of-
wisdom. He makes a wisdom save.
What level spell is suggestion?
Second level.
Second level. Okay. So he has advantage on spell saves, and he will take that 16 plus. You said wisdom.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
17.
Yeah, he saves.
Okay.
So,
So you send out the spell, and like it hits, and he just shakes his head and looks in your direction with a little smile and a wink.
Ew, gross.
Ew.
Not into it. No, thank you. And I'll use my bonus action to throw inspiration to Saurus.
All right. So Source, you have a D8 inspiration. All right. Good. Which takes us to Kaimana.
I'm around the corner.
All right. You come around the corner. You can get into up to there with some of your movement, and then if you want to move, you got about 10 feet of movement after that.
Do I have line of sight to the tiger?
Yes, you do.
All right, I'm going to cast Ice Knife.
Ice knife. Nice.
At 3rd level.
3rd level. Nice. So go ahead and you can make your attack roll there.
Damn it. 13 hit.
13 does not hit. So, but you launch it, and there's a wall literally right behind him. So it
Okay.
misses and it hits the wall. And then is it a dexterity save for the bonus damage?
Yeah. So yeah.
Which he rolled a 3 on 5. So he does take the exploding damage.
Okay, so he must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6 cold damage, and that's plus 3, so 3d6 cold damage. So he takes. I need to re-roll this. Hang on. He takes 7 damage.
7, nice. On a missed ice knife, that's pretty good. All right. Good. Anything else you want to move, come on, or stay where you are?
I will stay where I am.
All right, good. All right, at the top of the round.
6 seconds that pass.
Yeah. So he looks in your direction, Saurus, and he says, "I was sent for you," but he smells the air and then looks at Abel.
No.
And says, "But Noavians have stepped inside the room." And that's my... And there's an explosion. So, I need
That's
Mar.
what this monologue.
I need Mar and Source to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh my god.
It's a 30-foot explosion.
Yeah, I maybe would have kept more distance if I'd known.
No, you wouldn't have. This is too important. 13.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I would've-
13, that's a success. You'll take half damage, Source. Mar,
Yeah, higher than that.
you're good. You'll take half damage. Rolled low on the damage, but it was 4d6.
Right.
12 points of damage, so half to both of you. And he takes 12.
Cool.
And you see him like this cloud of dust or cloud of explosion is around him, and like you saw like the water blow out from the waterfall behind him, and there was just like an interruption in the waterfall for a moment, and then it continued on, and then it cleared, and he's just standing there now, fuming and staring in your direction, and he cricks his neck, and you can see the wounds on his body, like he's taken some damage, and he says, "I guess we'll get serious then," and he leaps into the air. His full jump distance, flips through the air and lands here. And as he's jumping, you see both of his swords stab out and hit nothing, but seem to be dragging through the atmosphere. And as they're ripping through, you see a very similar tear that you've seen before rip along the blade. And these two inky black portals open in the air, and out of both of them you see charge what you've seen before when you fought Soren in the town of Broadfield.
Oh no!
The dark veil creatures that you had fought before with Soren. And that's where we will pick up next week.
I didn't sign up.
Taking a cell phone picture of the map.
And Rob, if you'll write down that you have inspiration somewhere.
Yeah, Rob's got inspiration for the rest of the fight, and I'll take a cell phone picture of the map. But yeah, but he has. It's been a while since you guys have seen anybody use that ability, but he is apparently touched by the veil in the way that Soren was.
I don't like it.
Jerry says I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. And he's in Source's old creator's.
And none of you saw
Lair.
it, but he was disguised as Soren's creator, or Source's creator, before.
This was a trap.
We a priori are working.
Oh yeah, we knew that, but I was.
Doesn't matter because we found him. Oh,
Yeah, and
I was hoping that he would be there to trigger the trap himself, because out of arrogance.
yeah. Now, if you had had time to talk, who knows? But yeah.
That means he fed the Flame Skull a speech. They had to work on lines.
Yeah.
I don't think this creature would want to talk.
Alright, catch you guys on Thursday.
All right, so we will,
Right.
pick up here next time and figure out the fight and see where it goes. And yeah, Amalia's in a canister that's filling up with liquid.
When you said there was one canister, I was like, please, please, please.
And then, and Abel, yep. So this will be fun.
Abel's
Alright.
not in a good way, you guys.
I'll see you on Thursday for the one shot.
Yeah. See you all
All right,
next time.
guys.
Bye everyone.
Bye.